India, the world's largest democracy, prides itself on its vibrant and diverse media landscape. However, this very foundation of a free and independent press has come under increasing strain since Narendra Modi's ascension to power in 2014. The chilling effect on freedom of expression is undeniable, casting a shadow over the future of democratic discourse in the country. The space for dissent has shrunk, and critical voices are often met with intimidation, harassment, and even violence. The Bharatiya Janata Party government, led by Modi, has been accused of employing various tactics to stifle criticism and control the narrative. These include indirect pressures on media houses, fostering a climate of self-censorship, and promoting a pliant media ecosystem that toes the government line. This systematic assault on the Fourth Estate poses a grave threat to the very principles of a democratic society. Independent journalism, once a cornerstone of Indian democracy, is facing unprecedented challenges. The pressure to conform is immense, and the consequences of defiance can be severe. This erosion of press freedom not only undermines the public's right to know, but also weakens the mechanisms of accountability that are essential for a healthy democracy. The situation demands urgent attention and collective action from journalists, citizens, and civil society organizations to safeguard the fundamental right to freedom of expression and ensure that India's democratic fabric remains intact. The fight for a free and fearless press is a fight for the soul of India. A particularly worrying trend in recent years has been the rise of Gaudy media, a term used to describe media outlets perceived as being subservient to the government and the ruling party. These outlets often act as mouthpieces for the government, amplifying its propaganda and downplaying or ignoring critical voices and dissenting viewpoints. This phenomenon has created a deeply polarized media landscape, where objectivity and critical analysis are often sacrificed at the altar of political expediency. The takeover of previously independent media houses by business tycoons with close ties to the government has further exacerbated this issue. This concentration of media ownership in the hands of a select few has raised serious concerns about editorial independence and the diversity of viewpoints presented to the public. The consequences of such a compromised media ecosystem are far-reaching. When a significant section of the media becomes a mere echo chamber for the ruling dispensation, it undermines public trust in journalism as a whole. This erosion of trust has a corrosive effect on democracy, making it easier for the government to manipulate public opinion and evade accountability. The rise of Gaudy media is a direct assault on the principles of a free and independent press. It is imperative to resist this trend and foster a media environment where diverse voices can thrive and critical journalism can flourish without fear or favor. The chilling effect on press freedom in India is not limited to subtle pressures and indirect control. Journalists who dare to question the government or expose wrongdoing often face a barrage of intimidation tactics aimed at silencing them. These tactics range from online harassment and smear campaigns to threats of violence and legal action. Physical attacks on journalists, while not as frequent as other forms of intimidation, remain a grim reality. The murders of several journalists in recent years, often with impunity for the perpetrators, have created a climate of fear and self-censorship within the profession. The lack of accountability for crimes against journalists sends a dangerous message that such acts will be tolerated, further emboldening those who seek to silence critical voices. The misuse of legal provisions, such as sedition laws and anti-terrorism statutes, has become another tool to target journalists and stifle dissent. These laws are often vaguely worded and open to interpretation, allowing for their abuse against those who criticize the government or its policies. The threat of lengthy legal battles and hefty fines hangs over journalists like a Damocles sword, discouraging them from pursuing sensitive stories that could invite the wrath of the authorities. The cumulative impact of these intimidation tactics is a media landscape where self-censorship becomes the norm, and journalists think twice before publishing anything that could be construed as critical of the government. This erosion of a free and fearless press has dire consequences for Indian democracy, as it undermines the public's right to information and weakens the mechanisms of accountability. In an era of rapidly advancing technology, digital surveillance has emerged as a new frontier in the battle for press freedom. Governments worldwide are increasingly resorting to sophisticated spyware and surveillance technologies to monitor journalists, activists, and critics, often under the guise of national security. India is no exception to this worrying trend. The use of Pegasus spyware, a powerful tool capable of remotely accessing and extracting data from mobile phones, has come under intense scrutiny in recent years. Investigations by international media organizations and cybersecurity experts have revealed that Pegasus has been used to target journalists, lawyers, and human rights defenders in India. While the Indian government has denied any wrongdoing, the allegations of illegal surveillance have sent shockwaves through the country's media landscape. The possibility of being spied upon has created an atmosphere of paranoia and mistrust, further chilling free speech and deterring journalists from pursuing sensitive stories. The use of spyware to target journalists is a blatant attack on press freedom and a violation of fundamental rights. It strikes at the heart of investigative journalism, making it extremely difficult for journalists to protect their sources and gather information without fear of reprisal. The chilling effect of such surveillance extends far beyond the immediate targets, creating a climate of fear and self-censorship that undermines democratic discourse. In recent years, the digital landscape has become a powerful platform for independent voices in India. With traditional media often under pressure, bloggers, YouTubers, and social media influencers have stepped in to fill the gaps. These online creators are not just sharing news, but also providing critical commentary and diverse perspectives. Their reach and impact are growing as more and more people turn to the internet for information and analysis. It's a dynamic space, constantly evolving and giving rise to a new era of press freedom in the digital age. In recent years, the Indian government has introduced several measures aimed at regulating the media landscape. These measures, often justified as necessary for national security and public order, have sparked significant debate. Critics argue that such regulations stifle journalistic freedom and lead to self-censorship. The impact of these policies on press freedom is profound and far-reaching, affecting not just the media but the very fabric of democracy itself. The rise of social media has transformed the way news is consumed and disseminated in India. Politicians and public figures now leverage these platforms to shape public opinion and control narratives. This shift has led to a media strategy that prioritizes sensationalism over substance, often blurring the lines between fact and fiction. The implications for press freedom are significant as traditional media outlets struggle to compete and maintain journalistic integrity in this new landscape. The future of press freedom in India hangs in the balance. While there are challenges, there are also opportunities for renewal and reform. The resilience of journalists and the demand for truthful reporting by the public can drive positive change. Ensuring a free and independent press is crucial for the health of any democracy, and India is no exception. The path forward requires a collective effort to uphold the principles of transparency, accountability, and freedom of expression. Despite the challenges, the spirit of journalism in India remains unbroken. Journalists continue to pursue the truth with courage and determination, often at great personal risk. Their resilience is a testament to the enduring power of the press. In the face of adversity, the pursuit of truth becomes not just a professional duty, but a moral imperative. The story of press freedom in India is one of struggle, but also of hope and unwavering commitment to the ideals of a free society.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.